Hi everyone, welcome back. This is a bit of a personal favourite of mine. This is a journal I've done. I will be listing it for sale, but I have to say I have, this one I was in two minds about whether listing or not. It's about owls, as you can probably tell from the cover. If I raise him up, you can see the owl on the front. There's about 3 different shades of gilding wax, I think, on there. Everything from light to dark copper. So we have our owl on the front, normal size, sorry. So 6 wide, 8 3/4. There are some, these were bright gold to begin with, these corner decorating things. So I've gone over them with a bit of Maya gold, just to sort of take the edge off a bit. There's a book plate on the back, and then, or on the spine, sorry, and distressed, it's just plain distressed on the back. About 160 plus pages, loads of little charms, fastening ears, some coloured seam binding onto a Tim Holtz fastener. Right, I hope that's in focus. I have a new tripod, well, camera attachment, and it's a bit dodgy. So if we go inside, my normal sort of all these pictures that I'm a serial collector of old pictures, and these are lovely, these owl ones are. Where are we? There we go. So there's a little pocket on the front. I had these fabric, I did some printing on some fabric, and I had this left over, and I thought it's too nice not to go in. It's a poem by Robert Frost about an owl. So there's a little bookmark. Oh, let's move that. So there's a little bookmark and my contact details in the front. Old photos. We have a pocket, and each of the lace, well, the beginning of each signature, 5 signatures, there's a little owl charm that I found. This is just a little notebook. It's got an embossed, I don't know if the light's actually picking that up. Oh, there we go. So that's embossed front and back, and it's just a little notebook that I've actually machine stitched together. So that's that one. I've gone a bit mad with the book pages in this one, because I'm coming to the end of a couple of my books, so I thought, well, they can go in. So we have some dictionary papers. This is one of my really old books. I think this one was 1910. British Nesting Birds, a bit of Edith Holden. Not owls, but still birds. This is Artie May's A Blooming Spring on that page. Plenty of digital stamping going on. Another one there. Vellum that I've printed onto. I like that. Don't need to decorate the back of the page. It's already done for you. Some more of the fabric printing. The tag inside. This is the English countryside out of a book I've got. Now this is my 1920s book. A bit delicate, but like I say, coming to the end of it. So I've just put most of it in there. This is out of one of my kits, vintage bird kit. More digital stamping. I've done some die cuts. I've just decorated the page with these die cuts, and it was green, and I've gone over it with a bit of shimmer mist just to take the edge off the green, which was, I couldn't decide what to do with it. I was going to throw them away, and I thought, well, I'll give that a go, and it's worked out really, really nicely. Another, well, tawny owl. This is Dreams, etc. These centre ones are. Another fabric pocket with a tag. More digi-stamping. And the back of the pages. And that's the other half of the vellum that I printed onto. Digi-stamping. Back of the Artie May's papers. some more of the die cut that I used shimmer mist on. It's like a copper colour, I think. Sparkly. That's the beginning of the second signature. So that's the charm on that one. A little owl. And we have some tags in there. Some more printing on vellum. There's another die cut down there. I don't know if it's picking up how sparkly these are. That shimmer mist, I've had it for ages. Ah, there we go. I've had it for ages, but I haven't really used it. Some more Edith Holden. The old bird book. That was a picture that was inside of it. That's out of my digikit. Some more the English countryside book. Music paper from a Cardiff boys' school from about 1930. Some more different bird books. So a fabric, printed fabric, backed onto some cardstock. This is an Artie Mays page. This again is the Life of Bloom. I've added, what are these called? Snippet rolls that I'd made, so it becomes an extra pocket in there. I've gone a bit OTT with snippet rolls, slightly off the subject. I got all my stuff out and started having a go with these snippet rolls. I am absolutely loving them, but it's gone a little, my obsession has gone a little mad, so I've decided to put some of them on my Etsy shop just to cut the numbers down a bit. Digi-stamping. That's the centre. So a watermark page, so you can write straight over the top of that. That's the back of the Life of Bloom page. And that was the only bit I got left in my bird book about owls, the barn owl. That's the back of one of my kits, and there is the other page, Edith Holden. This is actually a huge tuck spot here, side tuck. So that was about the biggest tag I could find for it. Printing on vellum. Those are journaling spots in there, or places to journal. That's the start of the third signature. Okay, so that looks more like a cockatoo than an owl. There you go. So that's the charm on that pocket. I do like that. That just applies. I think to me and mine, that one. So a couple of tags in there. More Edith Holden. Now this is out of English Watercolours, a book. Now the book itself is actually landscape rather than portrait, so I've taken 2 pages out and joined them together, so hence why you've got one going that way. This is the Artie Mays kit, Life of Bloom. Digi-stamping, bird book. I think this one was a fairly local school up in Bath, I think it is. Bath. Some more bird books. That's out of one of my kits, the vintage bird one. Digi-stamping, printing. Right, sorry about that folks, so if there's a skip in the film, it's because my battery just died and I've had to redo it. So what we got? One of my images is a poem printed poem on some cardstock that I've done with a tag in the back. That's centre pages. That's another one of my images. It's another one of the die cuts with the shimmer mist on the top. And the printed vellum or digi-stamping. That's the back of one of my pages. What is nearly the last of my book pages. That's the Life of Bloom kit, and this is the other half of that English watercolours. Elizabeth Holden. That's a printed pocket, well, printed fabric that I'm sewn onto cardstock. Two more images. This is a full signature, and the charm on that one is another little owl. So we have a owl tag and the Silent Witness, a verse about owls. Some book pages, the whole Edith Holden, sorry. Some of the printed poem. Oh, Advice from an Owl, that one is. That's the Artie Mays kit, Life, a Bloom in Spring. Some more digi-stamping. That's the English countryside. Oh no, I lied. There's another page that I found about owls. Out of my book. That's out of my vintage bird kits. Some more die cuts and printed vellum. Like I said, loads of journaling space in this one. So that one is another watermark owl in the centre. Prints, another fabric, printed fabric stitched on. Back on the bird kit. Pages, more digi-stamping, back of the Artie Mays page. This one again, I've used, I've cut some of the snippet roll up to make a pocket. I love these things. This is one of my newest obsessions. Marie, it's all your fault. Book pages. So I'm hurrying up just in case the battery decides to go again. So the last signature, this one. I love those. Look at that. I remember a teacher at school that looked like that with his eyebrows. So the last of the little owl charms. A couple of tags. I like that picture actually. I think that one's, oh, a book of modern plays, that one is. Bird book. And this is the Artie Mays kit. A bloom in spring. I keep going to say a spring in bloom for some reason. Some more printed fabric stitched on. Not a sweet picture. Some more digi-stamping. That's actually the book, the English watercolours, I think, that I've just put in as a half page this time. Some music paper. That's out of my vintage bird kits. Book pages. Some more of the die cuts. The white owl. And that's the Dreams, etc. that I've used in the centre. This has got to be my favourite poem. I'd never heard it before I started doing this journal. A wise old owl sat on an oak. The more he saw, the less he spoke. The less he spoke, the more he heard. Why can't we be like that wise old bird? I like that. I'm going to start preaching that to my kids. Pages about barn owls. Oh, there we go. I did manage to find some. That's the last of it, I think. the back of my kits. Digi stamping, printing on vellum. Blooming Spring, the Artie Maze kit. I will link the Artie Maze kit underneath. Edith Holden. Book pages. Oh, I had a bit of a, that looks like fountain pen. And the last page. So there we go. Like I say, I was really in two minds about listing this one. I will do. If it doesn't sell, do you know what? I'm not that worried. I really like this. I will list it, and that snippet rolls, like I say, I've gone a bit mad with them, so they will also be listed on my shop. Well, thank you very much for watching, and I will speak to you all soon. Take care.